Hi, in this video we're going to explain how you can rank higher than number 1 on Google. And yes, it is possible. You can rank for position 0 on Google, which is higher than 1, 2 or 3 in the organic search results. And it's called a featured snippet. And it's really important that you get a featured snippet for a number of reasons, which we'll go into now. So let's put up an example for you. You can see at the top here for a search result we've asked for, what is AMP development? And this is our website ranking at the very top. You can identify it as a featured snippet because it has the grey border around it, and most importantly underneath that it says or provides information about what a featured snippet is for you, and to the side of that there's a little feedback icon that you can click on to say whether this was useful or not to help Google improve its featured snippets. Now it's important to rank in a featured snippet because now there is only one featured snippet. It used to be the case that you could rank number 2 and still get a high percentage of the traffic, or number 3. And you can still get quite a bit of traffic, but that featured snippet really is taking the limelight away from position 1, 2 or 3. You can see how position 1 is already almost below the fold. So that top featured snippet is taking a lot of traffic. It also highlights itself on results where there are ads which appear just above it, but the eye is quite prominently drawn towards the featured snippet. So that gets a lot of traffic. You may have already been ranking for position 1, 2 or 3 and still ranking position 1, but recently seen your search results decrease. The likelihood of this is because that search result that you were once ranking number 1 for now has a featured snippet. So although you're position 1, you are not position 0, which is the featured snippet. So you need to be targeting this. And the tactics of getting a featured snippet are slightly different to getting a position 1, 2 or 3. There are some things that we can get to later shortly. I'll touch on in this video, but we're going to be releasing another video later on that goes into more detail about how you can target a featured snippet. Now, the other really important thing about a featured snippet is this is important for voice search. And I'm going to do a demonstration, fingers crossed it goes well, because I have here a Google Assistant with me. So I'm going to ask it, "Hey Google, what is AMP development?"
On the website ununbox.com, they say, AMP is an open source publishing technology project designed to improve the performance and loading speeds of web content.
Now hopefully you're reading along, because what that did was read out the result of that featured snippet within the search result. That is where Google's getting its information from to answer the questions that you are putting into voice search. And voice search is becoming more and more is becoming more adopted now. You can talk to Google while you're driving. It's hands-free. You don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket to ask it a question. At the moment, most people are asking, what is the weather, what's the latest news, and can you play something for me on Spotify? But people are adopting it more and more to answer their questions quickly, and therefore you need to be in that featured snippet position to be answered, and therefore people will find you on Google search results both on mobile and desktop as well. So that's how it all links in. And if you do not have a strategy to aim for a featured snippet moving into 2020 and beyond, then you are going to fall behind. And there are some things that you need to know when you're targeting a featured snippet. There are typically 3 types. There's a paragraph type, which we have here. You have a list type and a table type. We're not going to touch on those 2 at the moment. We're going to talk about the paragraph type. And on this page in particular, we'll go into it in a second so you can see, but you'll see how there is a paragraph here, and that has been abstracted from the web page, but it's not at the top, it's not in the meta. In fact, we haven't told Google where to find it. What we've done is create content that we hope Google will pick up somewhere. And there's a few rules that you need to follow in order to hopefully have AMP pick up that text. Number 1, you'll notice within this text that there isn't anything salesy. We're not saying that AMP is something that we at Ununbox provide. The only marketing or the only branding identity there is the URL domain that it's picked up on. It is matter of fact. It is answering that question directly in a short paragraph, in a short sentence or 2. It gets straight to the point. It doesn't flower it out in any way. It's a very succinct paragraph, and also the image has very good alt text explaining exactly what it is, so there's no doubt in Google's mind what it should put in that featured snippet. So let's click through onto the page. We'll be able to see by scrolling down a little bit that it's picked up that text just under what is AMP. So you can see there what is AMP, and just below, so if we keep scrolling a little bit more, there we go, we can see AMP, Accelerated Mobile Page, is an open source publishing technology project designed to improve the performance and loading speeds of web content. We didn't do anything to point Google towards that sentence. It found it itself. We could lose this featured snippet at any time as people add more content, so be very careful about changing things around or pinning all your hopes on one featured snippet, because they change around. And unlike previously where you'd go from position 1 to 2 and it wouldn't have that much of an impact and you may switch back up to 1, a featured snippet, it can go just like that and it can reappear just like that. So within the content, we're getting to the point, we're answering the question that has been asked. We've put it within the text there nicely. We've linked, we've been informative, trustworthy, and yeah, the authority comes within the page. So if we can go back to the search results, what is also important here, so this is a featured snippet, but it is also possible to rank number 1. Now, in this case, we haven't. Typically, you'll see the page that gets the featured snippet also appears on position 1 and or 2. But actually, if we scroll down, we're on position 5 here. So it's okay if you have content that isn't ranking particularly well for a certain term. You may get the featured snippet anyway, because I think or strongly believe that the ranking factors between getting to 1, 2, or 3 are very different to that of getting a featured snippet. Certain things like link backs may not be as important because it's looking for content that it can extract and put into that featured snippet, which is more important than probably the authority of the page and the content. So you want to treat them slightly differently. So we're going to be creating a video, so make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get that information when it appears, and we'll explain to you how to target those featured snippets. It's very important to have a very fast loading web page with voice. In particular, we expect when you ask a question to get an answer instantly. You'll notice actually if we scroll back to the top of Google just how important page speed is. At the top, just above the featured snippet, you'll see in brackets how many seconds that search result took. Google take speed very importantly and prominently, so make sure that your website is loading very fast. AMP is one of those important things. Also having structured data behind your web page will help you as well. So it's important to talk to someone about how you can improve featured snippets. A professional like us, you can get in touch with us and we will happily talk to you about targeting those featured snippets and how you can update your website to increase your chances. So make sure you check out our website. We'll make sure there's a link in the description where you can contact us, and please talk to us about more videos like this where we can help you or guide you through the tools and information that you need to improve your website marketing. So hopefully you found this useful. Please hit the subscribe button, and we look forward to hearing how targeting featured snippets has worked for you.